Hey guys, what's up? Fluff Buff here, and this is my first video. Today I am going to be starting a Let's Play through Frostfire Ridge and the new Warlords of Draenor beta. Well, I guess expansion that's going to be coming out in November. But I'm in the beta, and I'm going to be uploading multiple videos about the beta. So today I'm going to be playing a troll druid, and you can see right here I'm customizing my character, trying to make him look badass. But I have not played a druid for a while, so I'm going to be kind of rusty. I just want to let you guys know that. I did have a druid. I actually started World of Warcraft with a druid, but I kind of just lost touch with it, and I kind of went with Death Knight. And yeah, I just want to see how the class changes. But one thing I do want to say is I do apologize for the lack of high graphics. I am playing on a laptop and it is quite laggy, but it's bearable to watch and play through. So I just wanted to apologize for that. So, yeah, oh man, I hate this thing. It's always popping up. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna choose my spec here. And I'm gonna be balanced. I love the Moonkin, actually. And a couple times through this video, you're actually gonna see me just running around in Moonkin form. I did forget that you could actually ride on a mount while in Moonkin form. So yeah, I guess there's times like that where you just feel dumb. But yeah, you know, I'm just checking my settings right now. You know, make sure everything's all peachy. And hopefully you guys will like this. You know, just let me know and subscribe if you do. Alright, so take a look at my talents. I just get down to the point where really it doesn't matter because I'm just going to be leveling. So, you know, you'll see me just choose a couple random, which ones I think sound cool or better anyway. So don't take it to heart if they're not the correct ones for the balanced druid, because I don't want to get yelled at, you know. So yeah, you know, like I was saying, I really hope you guys like it. And so far from what I played in the beta, it is a really kick-ass expansion. I played in I believe it's Tanan Jungle, and that starting zone is actually really awesome. I did not expect that from Blizzard. But alright, just gonna move my abilities up and we're gonna go ahead and get started here.
This land needs you. Be cautious. My eyes may not work, but the familiar chill of the air is comforting. You mentioned the Frostwolf chieftain. Ah yes, Garad's youngest, a noble soul named Durotan. Durotan. Wise beyond his years.
I will admit here that I did goof up. My trackpad was not wanting to work correctly, and I thought my camera wasn't zooming out, so I was just kind of going through my settings there. Yeah, sometimes my trackpad, it just doesn't want to work, and it's really annoying. I have an external mouse, but sometimes I just don't like to, you know, hook it up. I guess I'm just too lazy when it comes to that aspect. Yeah, I'm gonna set a mount up here. I will say though, the Warlords do look awesome. My favorite one is probably, I believe it's the Shattered Hand leader, where he has a blade for a hand. I also watched that little episode that Blizzard released about where the start of the Shattered Hand, like they were slaves to the ogres, I believe, and they were fighting in this arena. They were promised freedom for if they won, and he won, but yet he was still a slave. So he shattered his own hand and he started a rebellion against the ogres, and he like kicked their ass. It was pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. But alright, let's see. I do love the new questing system as well. It makes it a lot nicer. I guess it's really clean.
This is a savage land.
And oh my god, is Thrall bald? I could have swore that he had hair.
fight with
I could have swore up and down that he had hair last expansion.
The Horde has important work here.
Oh my god. They made Thrall bald. They made Green Jesus have no hair. Holy crap. That is funny. Alright, so right here I'm just doing the starting quest to actually get my Garrison. If you don't know what a Garrison is, or if you haven't heard much of Warlords or Draenor, you know, you're trying to keep it, you know, you're just trying to keep it a secret, you want it to be a surprise. I will just say a Garrison is kind of like a player housing system where you actually build up like your own little fortress, and it eventually becomes like a questing hub. Well, I guess I shouldn't say a questing hub. It's more like you can set like certain followers out on missions. It kind of reminds you of like one of those little games where it has like the timed thing, like you have to wait an hour and then you come back and you keep playing. It's something like that. It's really just, well, I believe it's just filler content in my opinion, but you know, you guys are welcome to your own opinion. So I have to mark the trees for the lumberers, I guess, to come and chop down the tree. And here in a little bit, I am going to speed up the video because people kept killing the enemies that I needed to kill, and it was just a huge inconvenience. And I was not really happy. I kept running around in circles looking for an enemy. But yeah, you know, I wish that they would spawn more, but I guess Blizzard doesn't want to overspawn, and there's just a lot of people doing the Horde starting zone in Frostfire Ridge. And in comparison to the Alliance side, I've already done the Alliance side of this quest, and it is awesome. It reminded me back to Warcraft 3, you know, where like the peons, and they would go build something, and they would say something like "at your command" or something like that. It just really like brought me back to the Warcraft roots, I guess, back when it was an RTS game instead of an MMORPG. But you know, I think Blizzard with this expansion, I believe that they're trying to just bring it back to like Burning Crusade era. They're trying to make it like the older version of the game, but it's newer, if that makes any sense. I guess they're trying to take it back to where players really loved it, but yet they're trying to improve on that system to make it even better. But you know, and I honestly think it's working so far. It is great. The lore is great. Besides the bugs I've encountered, you know, it's beta. You can't expect much. It is beta, but the story is awesome. You know, it makes me want to go back and play Warcraft 1 and 2. I was watching, but wait, there's lore, and they were talking about they probably just released this expansion for the Warcraft movie that is coming out to give Duratan, or however you say his name, some backstory to make characters actually feel some, I guess, sympathy for him. You know, let people know who he was and what he did. But you know, if you loved Burning Crusade or Wrath in that matter, it's gonna be a great expansion, guys. I know I keep saying that and keep saying that, but I am really, really impressed. You know, the zones, they are gorgeous. Even though I don't have them on high, they are beautiful zones. And I just love the level design. You know, you can really tell a difference from Mist of Pandaria, where a lot of it is just like lush green stuff, but compared to this, you know, it is just beautiful. So much variety. You know, there's a zone for everything. So I'm really happy that they went with that instead of, you know, just the lush green forest everywhere. But alright guys, I'm gonna speed this video up real quick. Alright, so that was the quest I was talking about earlier. The people, they kept killing off those enemies, and they were barely spawning, and the other players, they would just jump on it. So yeah, I just thought I would speed that up for you guys, you know, make it easier and more bearable, because I was running around there probably for about a good 6 minutes just trying to find a couple enemies. It was really terrible. Here I got kind of lost. I was recording this very early in the morning. I believe it was around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was just kind of lost. Oh, well, after this quest, I do apologize if this commentary is not that great. This is my first time actually doing a commentary over a Let's Play or a WoW video. But this next quest, I do get kind of lost, because in the Alliance version, you just have to speak to the guy, and this quest coming up, it's more along the lines you have to look through a telescope to see how your garrison is built, and I just felt really dumb. There's no other way to put it. So you know, you'll see me wander around like aimlessly, talking to the NPCs, trying to figure out what to do, because it is different from the Alliance version. And I am actually glad they did that, because it's not like you are playing through the same content. It's, you know, different, and it's like variety, like I was saying, you know, because I know that back in the past, in a couple expansions, they had a lot of the same quest for the Horde, and it was just pretty much the same. Made the leveling experience dull. Yeah, they had different names, and, you know, it's probably different objectives, but, you know, they weren't too different. It was the same quest at heart, and you knew that. But yeah, I sped this up, the sound, you know, I thought I would just leave this sound in instead of playing the Benny Hall song. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, that's the telescope. I had no idea, like, I wasn't even looking at my map until I like walked over and I seen a little blue circle. But in the beta right now, they have these annoying cutscene placeholders, and it just says 10 years of Warcraft Blizzard, and it's annoying, in my opinion. So, it's like 10 years of Warcraft. Blizzard Entertainment. Yeah, it's that is really in a lot of the cutscene placeholder things, even for the end game. But you know, it is beta, so you know you can't really expect much to be in there yet. I am still exploring the beta. I don't know if I can go to Tanan Jungle or, you know, any other place like that. I know there's a couple zones that are definitely open, but I do not know if they are all open. But on the dungeon note, I will be doing a couple dungeons in the future videos. I will be playing probably balance. I never tanked as a bear, so I won't be doing that. Yeah, I really don't like the fact that they switched Feral and Guardian in Cataclysm. That honestly, that just messes everything up, because Druid is the only class with four specs, and that just isn't right. Maybe, you know, maybe other classes want 4 specs. They probably can't use it, but it'd give them some variety. Make like a sub branch off from the actual I guess specs. Here I'm just looking around. You know, I have never seen the Horde Garrison, so I just thought, you know, maybe look around. One thing I do love is the Hulk Hogan NPC, and that really caught my eye. I'm pretty sure it's gonna only be in beta, but I thought it was really funny, especially how they elaborate on how he uses brother. But yeah, beta is a lot of fun, guys. You know, and if you guys have any questions for me about beta, you know, just go ahead and ask in the comments. You know, I'll try my best to answer. But, you know, the content is really a lot of fun. And if you know, like I said, if you loved BC or Wrath of the Lich King, you are really, really going to love this expansion. And I heard that they are going to bring in the Burning Legion at some point, but not too much. It's mostly going to be orcs. Right here, this guy, I have no idea where he went, but he's just not there. And I found that to be confusing because, you know, he's supposed to be there, but I went and I checked. Some other places for the other NPCs with the objective, and I eventually came back to him, and he was there. This is one cool feature I love about the garrisons. You can actually close the gates. You know, it kind of makes it feel like your own personal base. One thing I wish for the garrison that you could do is actually just name it. You know, I believe like the Alliance, I think it's like Lunar Fall or something like that. I wish you could just change that. And I actually have this great idea for people. They say they don't like just the way the garrisons look. I have this idea where maybe you could have like a faction architect, and for 5,000 gold, and you'd have to wait 5 days, you would get to choose if you wanted like a Night Elf, Worgen, Gnomish, Dwarven, you know, and basically any race in your faction, make a structure based off that. You know, I know the Horde probably wouldn't vary too much, but it would still be a cool idea to see. And, you know, 5k gold, that is not much in the Warcraft games anymore. You know, there's definitely a lot more you could spend. But I really hope Blizzard actually implements something like that into the game. I would love to see it myself. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to have maybe like a Night Elf or maybe a Worgen garrison base. You know, have like the really like gothic look to it. And, you know, the architect could even say some like some different lines for each faction, you know, like a goblin, he could sound like he's from Brooklyn, you know, use and whatnot. You got 5,000 gold pieces, you know, and then Alliance just, you know, do whatever the Alliance does. But you know, that's my idea. You know, if you guys think that'd be a great idea, you know, let me know in the comment section. I did start a thread on the forums, like I said, and I just hope a Blizzard developer sees it, and if, you know, if they want to use it, cool, you know, because then I would have changed this game. But the only downside I see of it not happening is the fact that it would take too long to model all the different structures. I believe back in Warcraft 3, like, the different races did have like different barracks and stuff like that, so I think it would be pretty easy to just kind of go off that. You know, it wouldn't take long to make the models, but, you know, you'd have to wait for it. You know, it'd be something to look for. It'd be kind of the, you know, come back later and play, you know, model. But, you know, that's my idea for when you get further down the quest line and you start unlocking, you know, more customization features for your garrison. And this quest right here, I will say this is a lot easier compared to the Alliance one, because you have like these orcs, they're like mutated. I can't think of the name of them right now, but they are weird. They're like really, really skinny, and they look awesome, but they're weird. They like run on all fours. But yeah, this quest was a lot easier. And right up here, I'm actually going to speed this up because somebody just killed the enemy that I needed to kill, and I had to wait. But, you know, I get my dance on, so there's nothing really wrong with that. And if you guys did not know, one thing you will actually find in the Warlords Draenor beta, you your class may have had a lot of abilities that you used. Well, they kind of just took away the abilities, to be honest. I logged into my monk, my 90 monk, and when I was leveling through Tanan, and I was surprised about how many abilities they actually took out. I know one that was actually really useful was a healing spear, and I was kind of disappointed because that one was kind of useful, especially when you're trying to solo some content. You know, it'd give you that quick heal, but, you know, they took it out. But I understand where they're coming from with that, because they want room for further, for more expansions in the future, and they want to be able to give you more abilities and add more stuff, new stuff. And they can't really keep adding spells and give you all these spells that you don't really need. They're just kind of novelty, and they have just minor effects. So I guess now they're going to try and do just major spells. And I do understand that, I'm pretty sure everybody understands that. Because you don't want to have an action bar that's just cluttered. I know on my Death Knight I do, and I have not actually seen really like how many abilities they have taken away from the Death Knight. But on the Monk, it is a very big change. And when I was running back, I did not speed up the video. I just wanted you guys to be able to look at the zone, because even though I'm not playing on high, the graphics or the zone level design is just great. It's wonderful, and I can't wait to see what Blizzard does in the next expansion. And I can't wait to get to the other zones just to see how they look. Because these zones right now that I've seen, they are beautiful. Shadow Moon Valley, where it's night all the time. The nights are darker, makes it more realistic. It's just gorgeous, and I love it. I am really excited to see what they do for the next expansion. On talks of expansion, I wish they would come out with an Emerald Dream expansion, but apparently that has been wrapped up in a book where Malfurion has actually ended the Emerald Nightmare, I believe in Storm Rage, but we did not see that in game. So maybe they could do something like we go back in time and we have to fight the Emerald Dream, or the Emerald Nightmare, and do something like that. I think that would be really neat, because the Emerald Dream is Azeroth in a whole before, it wasn't corrupted by living life, like humans and, stuff like that. So I think that would be really, really cool to see, like, pre-Azeroth. I know that, like, in, like, private servers, a lot of people, they release the videos of the Emerald Dream. And I know some people actually like modeled the Emerald Dream by themselves to fix, like the little patches on the ground. But, it would just be really cool to see. Even if maybe they do it as a raid. That would just be really cool to see. People, they do not know. A lot of people, they're wondering if we went back in time in this expansion. Kinda yes and no. You see, what really happened was one of the Bronze Dragonflight members, he opened up a portal to another universe. It's an alternate universe before Grom drank the demon blood. Now, what this makes me think of most is BioShock. How in BioShock Infinite, if you haven't played it, spoiler alert, skip past like 10 seconds in the video, you explore infinite possibilities, and every decision that you make in a universe, another one is created. And that's just brilliant, because that gives us a lot more to do with the Warcraft universe. We might be able to go back in time, maybe next expansion, and see Illidan where he's not corrupted and he is with Tyrande. We don't know, because we can venture into these different universes and things can change. And I can't think of the name of the Bronze Dragonflight member, but I do know Garrosh kills him. That's actually in a short story on the Blizzard website called Hellscream. You see that, but I kind of forgot what I was going to say. That's great. My first commentary, I forgot what I was going to say. But all right, guys, we're actually almost done with the video here. We got about 5 minutes and the running. And this quest right here, you're actually going to see me. You're going to see me looking for this NPC. I didn't know there was a cave below me. I felt really dumb. But, you know, it was really, really early in the morning. And I guess I just wasn't myself. But, yeah. Here's a tip for you. In Warlords, if there is a spot where it says an NPC is there, either walk away for a minute or look for a cave under you. That always seems to work, apparently. It works for me anyway. And with that spire there, I just want to say this. With that spire there, it kind of reminds me of End Time. You know, where I believe it was Dragon Blight. And, you know, I believe, like, the tower was tilted. It's been a while since I've actually been in End Time. You know, like, Deathwing was impaled on it. But you know, I thought that was really cool. And right here, this is actually really kick-ass. It was a giant ogre skeleton. I found that to be really, really neat. I don't know why, but I did. You know, I love this expansion, and I love exploring this expansion. If you would like for me to see, you know, go around and look at the zones, I can do that. I can do exploration videos. You know, if you want to request something, just let me know. If you want to see the new character models, which I'll probably upload a video of, you know, just let me know. Let me know what content you guys want to see. You know, if you want to see me do Alliance, I can do Alliance too. You know, I'm an Alliance player. I play a Pandaren Alliance monk on live. You know, so that's no problem at all. And one thing right now that's actually glitched in this beta build is that little ability. I believe it's called Call to Arms. Alliance does not have that at all. So if you're Alliance and you're in Shadow Moon, you are on your own. There's no soldiers coming to help you out on the battlefield. It's just you. And here in just a minute, I'm going to be showing you the actual follower setup and like the mission setup for your followers on the Garrison. It is really, really neat. And that's actually like your little board to see which missions are completed and whatnot. You can actually learn gear, and you can level up your follower to do higher missions, I'm assuming. I have not been that far yet, but, you know, I'm really excited to see how this expansion plays out. You know, Blizzard said some Burning Legion activity is going to be happening, but I don't know how much. It's probably not going to be much, because right now we're focused on orcs, and the final boss is actually going to be Grommash Hellscream. How much of Grommash is it going to be? I have no idea, but we'll find out. You know, hopefully it won't. You know, he'll be kind of gone, kind of crazy. That'd be kind of cool, like brainwash or something. But all right, guys, I am nearing the end of my video. It is, well, right now the time is 29:18, and the video is 30 minutes and 6 seconds long. Don't know why I told you that. But guys, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Subscribe. Let me know any tips on how to do commentary. I'm new to it, and this is probably going to be bad. Just to let you know. But yeah, you know, just let me know what content you want to see as the watcher and the viewer. And, you know, I'll try to get to it. I will get to it. You know, just let me know and give me some tips on commentary. I would really enjoy that. But, alright guys, well, like this video, subscribe, because this is going to be a wild ride. Alright, I am going to say thank you for watching, and fluff.